teacher from Adams Progressive School, Haldwani. Today we discuss about the topic our environment. Environment is the physical and biological conditions of the surroundings of an organism. There are two components of environment. One is biotic and other is abiotic. The biotic components includes the living organisms of our environment such as plants, animals, human beings, etc. And the abiotic components are the non-living components of our environment, so like soil, water, minerals, etc. Now, all the living organisms together with their non-living components forms an ecosystem. Ecosystem is the interaction between the biotic and non-biotic components. Ecosystem is the sphere. The term ecosystem is coined by the A.G. Tansley. A.G. Tansley coined the term ecosystem. Now there are two types of ecosystem. First one is natural ecosystem. And the second one is artificial ecosystem. The natural ecosystem is present in their original habitats. They are not supported by the human beings. They are naturally occurred. For example, forest, pond, lake. According to their habitat, they are classified into two groups, terrestrial and aquatic. In terrestrial, forest, grassland, desert, they are the example of terrestrial ecosystem, and aquatic, pond, lake, oceans are the example of aquatic ecosystem. They are come under the natural ecosystem. Now the second one is artificial ecosystem. Artificial ecosystem is also known as man-made ecosystem. They are made with the help of human beings. For example, you can take the simple example of aquarium. Aquarium is the example of artificial ecosystem. Components of ecosystem are major divided into two groups, biotic and abiotic. The biotic components consist of all the living organisms of our environment, and they are again categorized into three groups. First one is the producer, second is consumer, and the third one is the decomposers. Producers includes the green plants. As you all know, green plants are the producers. They make their own food with the help of sunlight. They does the photosynthesis and makes their food. Second one is the consumers. Consumers are totally depend on producers for their nutrition. They are classified into three categories: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Herbivores are the plant-eating animals. They are the pure vegetarians. Carnivores are those animals which feed on the other animals, are come under the category of carnivores, and the omnivores which feeds on both plants and animals as well as these are come under the carnivores. So the all includes under the consumers. The last one is the decomposers. Decomposers feed on dead decaying organisms. So the major examples are microorganisms, fungi, bacteria are come under this category. Now the abiotic component of our environment includes light, temperature, atmospheric gases, wind, water. So in an ecosystem, the biotic component and abiotic component, they both are interact with each other. They can't live without one. If the biotic components are present in our ecosystem and there is an absence of abiotic component, so they can't live without them, because the light is also necessary for our survival. Temperature, gases, water, they are our basic needs. So the biotic components are depend on the abiotic component. That's why the interaction between the biotic and abiotic component is known as ecosystem. It make our ecosystem. They make the balance between the abiotic and biotic component. So in an ecosystem, there are two major processes. One is nutrient cycling. Nutrient cycling, and the other one is the flow of energy. They are the two major processes which occur in an ecosystem. The nutrient cycling and the flow of energy is between these two components of our environment, abiotic and biotic. Transfer of food or energy occurs in a various steps that are known as trophic levels. So the producers are always present in first trophic levels. Producers are the green plants. They are autotroph. They make their own food and they are come under the first trophic level. After the producers, there is a primary consumers which feed on these producers. Generally, the herbivores are come under this category, and the category of primary consumer is known as second trophic level. Now, there are small carnivores which feed upon the primary consumers. They are categorized in the third trophic level. And the fourth trophic level are of top carnivores, the large carnivores such as lion, tiger, etc. They are come in fourth trophic level. These trophic levels show the transfer of food from one organism to other. In this case, the energy of flow takes place also.
Now students, let's see this figure. This figure shows different trophic labels. The producers are present at the first trophic level. Here you can see there are different types of plants. Some algae and mosses are there. They are aquatic. They are present in aquatic habitats and they are also known as phytoplanktons. The producers occupy the first trophic level in this pyramid. Now the second trophic level is of primary consumers. Primary consumers which feed upon the producers are present in the second trophic level. Tiny fishes, larvae, grasshoppers are some examples of primary consumers. Now the third trophic level is consist of secondary consumers. The secondary consumers are taken food by the primary consumers. For example, rat, spider, they feed upon the tiny fishes, grasshoppers, etc. Now the fourth trophic level is of tertiary consumers. Tertiary consumers, example, snake. For example, the rat is eaten by the snake and the snake is present in the fourth trophic level. It is eaten the rat which is present in the third trophic level. Now the fifth trophic level is of quaternary consumers, in which there are large birds, lions, tigers, etc. are present in this trophic level. So this diagram shows different types of trophic levels according to their food chain. In this manner, the energy flow also occurs in this pyramid. So producers contains the large amount of energy, after that primary consumer, after that secondary consumer, and then after tertiary, and the less amount of energy comes under the fifth trophic level. Now students, today we study about the ecosystem, their components, their types, and the different types of trophic levels. Thank you so much.